Hello and welcome to ISC Class 11 Maths Tutorial. आइए पहले आपको एक शायर की दो लाइन सुनाता हूं। शायर कहता है, तुम्हारा क्या है, तुम्हारा क्या है, तुम्हें सिर्फ ज्ञान देना है। तुम्हारा क्या है, तुम्हें सिर्फ ज्ञान देना है। हमारी सोचो, हमें इम्तिहान देना है। हमारी सोचो, हमें इम्तिहान देना है। उन्होंने अपने मुताबिक सजा सुना दी है। उन्होंने अपने मुताबिक सजा सुना दी है। हमें सजा के मुताबिक बयान देना है। हमें सजा के मुताबिक बयान देना है। थैंक यू। Today's topic is straight lines. Some important formulae. The first point is m is equal to tan theta. M is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, and m is equal to minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. These are the three formulas we'll be using to find out the slope of a line. M means slope. Now, if theta is given, what is theta? Theta is the angle which the line makes with the positive direction of x-axis. So if theta is given, suppose theta is 30 degree, then we can find out m. M is equal to tan 30, and the value of tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. So you got m is equal to 1 upon root 3. If theta is not given, instead 2 points are given. Suppose 2 points are given. One is A, the coordinates are x1, y1, and the other point is B, the coordinates are x2, y2. I mean, 2 points are given. So in that case, we use this formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. The third situation is, suppose a line is given. A line is given, any line is given, and you have to find out the slope of the line. Suppose you have x plus 2y is equal to 3. A line is given, and you have to find out the slope of this line. Suppose the question is, find out the equation of a line which is parallel to this line and passing through the point this and this. So parallel to this line, so you need to know the slope of this line. How to find out the slope of this line? One way is you convert this into the form y is equal to mx plus c. Alright, you transpose this x from left hand side to the right hand side, and then you divide by 2, because the coefficient of y should be unity. Y is equal to mx plus c, and in that case the coefficient of x gives you the slope or the gradient of the line. Alright, or you can find out directly using this formula, m is equal to minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. What is the coefficient of x here? 1. And what is the coefficient of y here? 2. So minus 1 upon 2. M will be minus 1 upon 2. Alright? So you write down m is equal to minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. So minus half is the slope of the line, of this line. Alright? So these are the three formulas to find out the slope in different conditions. Fine. The next point is, the next formula is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Alright, this we call point slope form. When a point is given and the slope of the line is given, then we use this formula. Second formula, point slope form. Y minus point is given, here I have written, suppose the point is p x1 y1. And the slope is m. So in that case, the equation of the line will be y minus y1, this y1. is equal to m is given, slope, and x minus x1. Alright, so the point is given and the slope is given. So we call it, the second formula, we call it point slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Fine. The third formula is, we call it 2-point form. Alright, the line is passing through two given points. One is A x1 y1 and the other one is B x2 y2. Alright, these are the 2 points. Suppose one point is A, and the coordinates are x1 y1, and the other point is B and the coordinates are x2 y2. So the line passing through these two given points, 2 points are given, we write, this is the formula, y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Alright, this is called 2-point form. Now fourth, y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is called slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. Slope is given and the intercept made by the line on the y-axis is given. Alright. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and the line is going like this. This angle is theta. This angle is theta. And this intercept is c. Y-intercept is c. Alright, slope you can find out if theta is given, m is equal to tan theta, So slope intercept form, this is called slope intercept form, y is equal to mx plus c, please remember. Fine. The next is point number 5, intercept form, where the line is making intercept on both the axes, x-axis and y-axis both. How? Look at it. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and the line is going like this, passing like this. This intercept is A and this is B. Alright? This is B. Then the equation of this line is x upon E plus y upon B is equal to 1. Where A is the intercept made by the line on the x-axis, below x, intercept on the x-axis, below y, B is the intercept made by the line on the y-axis. Alright. So x upon E plus y upon B is equal to 1. Suppose you have x upon 2 plus y upon 3. So that means 2 is the intercept made by the line on the x-axis and 3 is the intercept made by the line on the y-axis. Got it? Clear? x के नीचे जो भी वैल्यू रहेगी वो x इंटरसेप्ट होगा और y के नीचे जो भी वैल्यू रहेगी वो y इंटरसेप्ट होगा. Right? As I told you, x upon 2 plus y upon 3. So x के नीचे 2 है, that means 2 is the intercept on the x-axis made by this line और यहाँ पे 3 है अगर if. So 3 is the intercept made by this line on the y-axis. Y के नीचे जो रहेगा that is on y-axis. Alright, so x upon A plus y upon B is equal to 1. Next is point number 6. X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to P. This is the equation of a line in normal form, where alpha is the angle made by the, look at it, x-axis, y-axis and this is the line. This is the line. From origin O, we are drawing perpendicular. This is perpendicular normal. This angle is alpha. So the normal is making an angle alpha with the positive direction of x-axis, and this, the length of the perpendicular from origin to this line is P. If you call this OM, so OM is small p. Alright. P is the length of the perpendicular from origin on that line, on the line which we are talking about, which we are going to find out the equation. Right? Alright. This is the line. We want to write down the equation of this line, and OM is the perpendicular, that is P is the length of the perpendicular from origin O00 on this line. Right? Then the equation of this line is x cos alpha, alpha is this, plus y sin alpha is equal to P. So alpha and P, they are unknown. If you know the values of alpha and P, you substitute here and get the equation of the line. Suppose alpha is given 30 degree. Alpha is 30 degree and P is 2. Then your equation is x cos 30 plus y sin 30 is equal to 2. And you know the values of cos 30 and sin 30. Write down those values, simplify, and get the equation of the line. Got it? Fine. Please understand, important is what is alpha. This is not this theta. This is not this theta. Please understand, this theta is the angle which the line is making with the positive direction of x-axis. And here alpha is the normal which we are drawing from origin to that line. The normal is making an angle of alpha with the positive direction of x-axis. Got it? So there is difference between the two. Theta is different, alpha is different. P is the length of the perpendicular. Is it fine? Okay. Now, next is point number 7. Point number 7 is, this is the general equation of a line. General equation, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This we call general equation. So generally when we get the equation of line, we put in this form, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Not necessarily. You can write down ax plus by is equal to minus c, like 2x plus 3y is equal to 4, or 2x plus 3y minus 4 equal to 0. Either way, either of the ways is okay. Alright? This general equation can be converted into different forms. Y is equal to mx plus c, x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1, etc. Fine. Yeah, one more thing let me tell you here. If there is a line, suppose this is your coordinate axis x and y. If any line is meeting the x-axis, any line is meeting the x-axis, so here y will be 0. Alright, so if you want to find out the point of intersection, this point, coordinates, and suppose the equation of the line is given x plus y is equal to 2. Alright, this is the line which is passing through the x-axis, means intersecting at this point. If you want the coordinates of this point, suppose this point is A, capital A, and you want the coordinates. So here, on the x-axis y will be 0. So you substitute here y 0, you get x equal to 2. So the coordinates are x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. Alright, sometimes directly the coordinates are not given. It is mentioned, the question is framed in such a way, like this. We say that the line is passing through the x-axis. Then you can find out the coordinates of this point. If the line is meeting y-axis at some point, this line only, suppose we extend this line. we are extending this line only, suppose this line. So this point, suppose this point is B. If this point is B, what are the coordinates? What are the coordinates of this point B? So this is y-axis. This point is on the y-axis. Alright. On the y-axis, x will be 0. So if you put here x equal to 0, you will get y is equal to 2. So the coordinates will be x0 and y2. Got it? So this is how we can find out the coordinates of the point of intersection of the line with either x-axis or y-axis. If x-axis, then we put y equal to 0, and if y-axis, then we put x equal to 0. Even if you have to find out the intercept made by the line on the x and y-axis, or to get the intercept on the x-axis, you put y equal to, this is intercept only, no? X is 2 means from here to here, this is 2. This is 2. So that means the intercept made by the line on the x-axis is 2, isn't it? Alright. And if you have to get the intercept made by the line on the y-axis, then you put here x equal to 0. So if you put x equal to 0, you will get y equal to 2. So this is 2. This is 2. From here to here, this is 2. Alright. So that is the y-intercept. So to get x-intercept, we put y equal to 0. To get y-intercept, we put x is equal to 0. Because on the y-axis, x is equal to 0. Fine. This is important. Okay. Point number 8 is to find out the angle, acute angle between the two lines. If two lines are intersecting each other, then we want to find out the acute angle between the two lines. If theta be the acute angle, suppose this is one line and this is the other line, this angle we want to find out acute angle. This is theta. And the slope of this line is m1, suppose. And the slope of this line is m2. Alright, fine. So in that case, theta, where theta is an acute angle, we use this formula. Tan theta is equal to modulus. Mod means positive value we take. If we get inside negative, so that we ignore. I'll tell you. So tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Either directly the values of m1 and m2 will be given to you, or the equations of these two lines will be given to you. Alright. And using this formula, m is equal to minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y, or you can convert the given equation into the form y is equal to mx plus c, and then the coefficient of x will give you the slope of the line. So anyhow, you find out the slope of this line. If not given directly, equation of the line is given. You find out the slope of this line. If slope is not given directly, equation of the line is given. Alright, now you know m1, m2. If directly the values are given, then fine. If directly not given, then you first find out the values of m1 and m2 and then substitute here m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Simple calculation. Isn't it? m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. You solve, simplify. Suppose after simplification, and this is when these two vertical lines, we call it modulus, right? Positive value we take. Suppose you simplified and you got minus 1 inside. So finally you will write down, you simplified and you are getting minus 1. Because it is modulus, so you write 1. You ignore minus value. You write 1. So tan theta is equal to 1. Got it? Tan theta is equal to 1. Tan theta is equal to 1. So tan theta is how much then? 1 is how much? Tan theta, 1 means tan 45. Tan 45. So tan theta is tan 45, therefore theta is equal to 45, and that is the answer. Got it? Fine. Okay. The next point is point number 9. When two lines are parallel to each other, their slopes are equal. And point number 9 is when two lines are parallel to each other, their slopes are equal. So if two lines are parallel to each other and the slope of one line is known, or you can find out. Suppose you found out the slope as 1 upon 3. Then the slope of the parallel line will also be 1 upon 3, same. m1 and m2, they are equal. Point number 10. If two lines are perpendicular to each other, then the product of their slopes is equal to -1. Alright, if this is m1, the slope of this line is m1, and the slope of this line which is perpendicular to this line is m2, then the product m1 into m2 is equal to -1. Fine. So if any one of the slopes is given, suppose m1 is given 1, then you can find out m2. Suppose m1 is, you are getting 2, it is given 2. So if m1 is 2, then 2 into m2 equal to -1, so m2 equal to -1 upon 2. So out of these two values, if any one is given, you can find out the other value. Fine. Okay. Next point, one or two more points are there. Point number 11, suppose. There is a point pxy. There is a point pxy. P and coordinates are xy. Let me call it x1, y1. P, x1, y1. Alright. This point pxy, and this is a line. We are drawing perpendicular from P to this line. If it is PM, and the equation of this line is given ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Alright, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Then the distance of this line from this point, in other words, the shortest distance, in other words, the perpendicular, because the perpendicular is the shortest distance. So the length of the perpendicular, PM will be, if you call PM as a small p, then you can write down small p also. So small p or PM, anything you can write down. So small p is equal to ax1. X will be replaced by x1. So ax1 plus by1 plus c whole divided by root a square plus b square. Got it? This is the formula. We take the positive value because p is the length of the perpendicular distance. We take positive value. So either you have to take modulus, right? So either you write till here or you can write full till here. Full you can write till here. Alright, so ax1 plus by1 plus c upon root a square plus b square, where a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y. All these values will be given. And x1, y1 also known. Suppose the question is point P23 and the line is given 4x plus 5y plus 9 is equal to 0 something. Then you put the values and get the value of P. Positive value. Fine. Then after that, these are few, not all, these are few important points which I discussed with you. So once again, suppose a line is given and you have to find out the equation of the perpendicular line. Then you find out the slope of this line, and using this formula m1 into m2 equal to -1, you find out the slope of this line. And then one more condition will be given to you, that this line is passing through 1, 2 or 2, 4 or -1, -2. So now you know the slope and you know the point is given. So slope point slope form, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, right? And the last point number 12, I am telling you for today, if two lines are intersecting each other and you have to find out the point of intersection, then simply you have to solve those two equations. Point number 12. Suppose two lines are there. One line is this equation is given, one line is this equation is given. You have to find out the point of intersection, this point. So simply you solve the two equations, simultaneous equations, which you have learned in class, we have done in class 9. Simultaneous equation. right? Suppose this is 2x plus 3y equal to 4 and this is x minus y equal to 2. So then you solve these two equations, get the values of x and y, that will be, those values will be the coordinates. So you got the coordinates of this point. Suppose this point is A, then you got the coordinates. Suppose you got x equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 4. So 1 minus 4 is the point of intersection of these two lines. Now the question is, suppose the question is, find out the equation of the line which passes through the point of intersection of these two lines. That means you can reframe the question now like this. Find out the equation of the line which passes through the point A1 minus 4. Got it? And one more condition will be given to you, either one more point or slope or something. One more condition. And then you can write down the equation of the line. Okay? So I hope everything is very very clear. आपको आज का लेक्चर पसंद आया होगा, समझ में आया होगा. अगर आपको लेक्चर अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक्स.